Hey guys, welcome to Doctor's Tutorial. In today's video, we'll learn how to create UI design and Figma UI design trends step-by-step tutorial. It is a step-by-step guide to follow easily, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. So let's dive right in. So if you're searching for cutting-edge design and collaboration software, just click the link in the description box below to sign up and get started with Figma for free today. And just a quick overview, if you're not familiar with Figma, this is actually a popular cloud-based design and prototyping tool that allows designers and teams to collaborate in real time on web and app design projects. So it offers a wide range of features, including creating and editing vector graphics, wireframing, prototyping, and design collaboration. So as you can see in here, you could co-create in one space together with your team, make designs feel real, and bring depth or design closer together. You could also scale design and development using Figma and align your team using their awesome feature, which is FigJam. And for you to be able to get started onto using Figma, you'll just have to create an account for that. Just click on to get started for free right after clicking the link in the description box below. So signing up is completely easy. You'll have the option to continue with Google, type in your email and password, and just click onto this box in here if you agree to join Figma's mailing list. So by clicking create account or continue with Google, you should agree to the Figma TOS and privacy policy. You could also use single sign-on for that, and if you have an account already, just simply click onto login. So just the same process, you could continue with Google or just type in your email and password and just simply click onto login. And you don't have to worry if you have forgotten any of your details such as your password. You could just click on reset password in here, and if you don't have an account yet, just simply click on to create one. Once you're completely logged in, you'll just get redirected here onto the dashboard. Here onto the dashboard, onto the recents, you should be able to see the recently viewed, shared files, and shared projects for this. You also have the designer templates in here, such as the diagram basics, daily sync, team meeting agenda, user persona, and all templates. Here onto the left side, you should be able to see your account settings, wherein you could adjust the theme. You have the settings, you should be able to see your teams and the explore community. So here onto the community, you could explore thousands of free and paid templates, plugins, and UI kits to kickstart your next big ideas. And since today we're pulling back the curtain on the UI design trends, so we're going to go ahead and try to search onto those trends here onto the Figma community. So as we navigate through these trends, let us know which one is the favorite or if there's something on the horizon that we should be looking out for. So for the first trend that we have in here, let's gonna go ahead and try to search for animated 3D models. So as you can see here are the different samples that we have here onto Figma. So let's click onto one in here. So 2023 is really pushing that aside for something way cooler. We have animated 3D models already that lets you see things from almost like you're holding them from their hand. So if you want to see something like this, you could just go ahead and try to open this in Figma so that we could try to see what this 3D play button is all about. Now, as you can see, this is the play button, and if you click onto that, it should show something like this. So when visitors play around with these models, they're most likely to recall the brand product. So companies are catching on and they're leaning into this trend to present their offerings in a way that's both innovative and memorable. And one thing that you could try to do to create something like this is you could try to search for 3D design here on Sketchfab. You'll just have to download the 3D model in GLP format, and then you're gonna go ahead and head back here and try to import that using the Dora plugin so that you could go ahead and add in a 3D design just like this. So that's just basically it onto adding 3D models onto your design. Now the next trend that we have in here is the custom coursers. Back here onto the community, let's try to search for an example of a custom courser. Now, if you try to search onto mouse cursor here onto the community, you should be able to see the different templates in here that you could choose from. So these cursors, or if you want to create a new one or just your own, just a custom cursor, these can range from brand specific icons to dynamically changing shapes, adapting to the content they offer. So as you can see in here, we have a guitar, we have just a simple triangle one with a different color, and many more. So it's like giving a personal touch to a visitor every move, but there is more to it than just aesthetics. These can guide users, highlight key elements, or provide additional information. So for you to be able to implement something like this onto your design, you'll just have to click onto onto a different template in here. I'm gonna go ahead and open that, or you could create simply yours on your own there. Just simply create a new or a blank project. design your own something like this. And then right after, once you have this, what you'll need to do is you'll just have to save the cursor design as an image or PNGs, or you could just simply copy this or get this or paste so that you could paste it onto your own design. So in Figma, you could add in an interaction in here onto your specific cursor when hovering over specific elements. So you could upload and set your custom cursor as a new cursor for that specific interaction. Now going to the third trend, which is a scroll-based animation. So this is the turning the act of scrolling into a cinematic experience scroll-based animation. So remember the times when you're scrolling down a web page? So we're just scrolling just like this. So as you scroll onto this trend, things move, shift, and come to life. But it's not just about items popping up as you scroll. It's about storytelling. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to choose something like this. So we could go ahead and try to click onto the scrolling animation section that was made by Serum Ken. We'll open this to Figma so that we could go ahead and try to see how the scrolling animation works. So as you can see, this is what the design looks like. So the scroll animation can be mapped out with each scroll. You could introduce new characters, unfolding stories, or reveal crucial information. So it is a dynamic way to make sure the content isn't just consumed, but experienced. So these are changing how we perceive time on website. Instead of static, stagnant pages, we're getting fluid, evolving digital stories where the user decides its space. And for you to achieve something like this, you'll just head here onto the prototype. So this is where each of this one happens. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to make use onto the different components that you have already in here. So for example, they have this specific key features. They're gonna go ahead here onto the component section, and here onto the prototype, if you choose this key feature section, you could go ahead and add in an interaction in here. So here onto the interaction, we have here the on click on drag and many more. So you'll just have to click onto mouse down or mouse up so that it would go ahead and do a quick scrolling effect, and it'll just navigate to another page or another key feature to add this specific thing like this scrolling animation that they have onto their design. To the fourth trend that we have in here, if you ever notice these soft glowing colors lighting up some of your favorite website, so they add a modern vibrant touch to sites, giving them the edge without being too in your face. So neon mist are truly shaping the 2023 web design game. So let's try to see. As you can see, this is the example of some neon designs that you have. So as you can see, a subtle glowing highlight around a call to action or a soft neon haze in the background can guide users' eyes to specific content or section. So it is a fusion of aesthetics and functionality. So for you to be able to do something like this, let's just open this one into Figma so that we'll have a guide onto how it should look like. And for you to be able to do something like this, you'll need to be very creative. So you'll actually have the option to just go ahead and try to do some selection colors in here, adjust the different colors as per your liking, and make sure to use the vibrant colors or the different things in here. You could add in some gradients or make sure to use bright colors so that you could achieve the neon mist that you want to do onto your design. Now going on to the fifth trend we have here is minimalism. These This is actually one of the most popular trend or designs that we have onto Canva, onto the design game. So this has been around for a while already, and it's making a big splash again now onto this year. So in a digital world bustling with information and flashing ads, sometimes a less truly is more. So minimalism is all about stripping away the excess and focusing on what is essential. So these can be bold, impactful, and incredibly effective. So this design that we have in here, the one that is entitled minimalist, is one of its example of a minimalist website. So let's open this design to do a quick preview onto how it should look like. And now as you can see, this is an example of a minimalist website. So as you can see in here, every element on a minimalist website or app has a clear purpose as they explore products in here. So for you to be able to create something like this, you'll just need to create a new design and make sure not to add much onto your design, just something or the important parts of it. So these means faster load times, more direct messaging, and a better user experience overall. On top of that, brands embracing minimalism are often perceived as being more genuine, transparent, and trustworthy. So you'll just have to create something like this. Don't add much, just the important parts of your website to create a minimalist trend. Now going on to the sixth and last trend that we have. So this is actually huge typography. So this is hard to miss. As you can see, we're currently just onto Figma's website and here onto their key features, and they're actually using this. So designers aren't just using text to convey a message, they're turning it into a visual powerhouse. So as you can see in here, the words are no longer confined to the sidelines, they're front and they are also dominating the screens already, making the bold statement. So this trend isn't more about than just a size. It's about playing with font ways, styles, and compositions to create designs that are both eye-catching and impactful. So as you can see in here, we have different text here. So when typography takes the lead in here, just like the design that we have in here, every letter and word becomes an integral part of design, sometimes even replacing traditional imagery. This means designers have to be more selective and thoughtful about their word choices, ensuring they convey the intended message effectively. So for you to be able to create something like this, you could just use the text tool in here, select a bold and eye-catching font for your website's typography, and ensure it aligns with your brand's message. So you could use large typography to emphasize important headlines, quotes, or call to action phrases, and experiment with font weights and styles to create visual impacts. So these will help you implement huge typography onto your Figma design. So that's just a wrap on the best UI design trends in 2023. If you've got your thoughts or predictions on your own, you could drop it on the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and if you think this is helpful, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to comment it down below. And we'll see you on to our next video.